What's good, YouTube, man? It's your buddy for 2 Man, and today we're back with another video. And listen, we was doing some cleaning, and we came across some recruiting mail, man, and it just gave me the inspiration to do a story time video about this letter. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into the video, man, like, comment, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. So before we get into the story, man, I just want to address this. For anybody who say you living off what you did in high school, such blah blah blah, with me, that's a damn lie. I was taught, you brag about what you doing now, and I'm doing something now. But if I ever want to go back to reminisce on what I did in high school and college, I had the right to do that, because I worked my ass off to create those memories. You know what I'm saying? So while your bum ass didn't have the talent or such to do that, stop hating. Get your bum ass off your mama couch. Go get your bum ass in the gym. But let's get into the story, man. So by the title, y'all can see, man, what happened with this Florida State offer. I'm gonna just break it down to y'all as best as I can. So if you guys are really into sports and things like that, if you really good at a sport, say you like top 10 in your state at a sport, with me, that was me with basketball, you typically get offered by every college in your state. Florida State, Florida, you know what I'm saying, Miami, all the guys offer me, bro. There's nothing to lie about. You can look it up. In particular, Florida State was on me very heavy at one point in time. How that came about, if like I said, if you play AAU, they have elite camps, guard camps, things like that, elite camps, and they invite players that they have on their radar and looking to recruit. And my first time ever going to a Florida State elite camp was when I was in the 8th grade. No, my first time ever was at a 5-star event when I was, in the 8th grade. And I balled out, bro. I'm talking about like balling, bro. It was killing. So I remember this vividly. So they was actually everybody in the middle of the court, they talking to us. So they was like, everybody separate. 10th graders over here, 9th graders, 11th, 12th, you know what I'm saying? And I was the last one remaining because I was in the 8th grade. It was like, oh, you an 8th grader? Yeah, man. And they put me with the 10th grade guards, and I was just working because how my dad normally did things. My dad always had me play up, so I always played up. So it wasn't nothing new. But I was going at it with a couple players. There's someone was getting the best of me, I getting the best of them. But which is also a crazy thing too. At the time, my junior college coach, Coach Cowherd, was a G at Florida State. He coached me at Miami-Dade. That was just crazy because I remember that. He remembered me from that camp. But yeah, man, I got on their radar. Then I went on the 9th grade. I went to play that pace. Did good. Then that summer, I think I had a straight summer. But that next year, I moved back home. I went to Dunbar. And that at the City of Palms, man, I had a showing. I had 28 points on the #1 team in the country, Duncanville. And that whole City of Palms tournament, man, I was just killing. So them offers start reeling in. And I remember Florida State, Coach Jones, Stan Jones, came down to practice. And it was just crazy, bro, because this how you kind of knew certain coaches weren't used to players getting recruited at his school. Coaches come watch you practice, and it's normally a closed practice, bro. Bruh, the man had parents and all come to a practice to watch us practice just because Florida State was in the building. And the practice was so bad, that after we practiced, my dad pulled me to the side and had me work out by myself. He worked me out for Coach Jones because the practice was just ran bad, bro. He didn't see anything. He came down, he didn't, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really do no skill work. We were just running, scrimmage and stuff like that. It wasn't a good practice. But to keep going forward, so they kept in contact. I had an offer. They offered me. I went back up there again. Went to another elite camp. Scotty Wilbekin, Cartavius Caldwell Pope, because I play AU with him. We always out there, and they offer. You know what I'm saying? So I had that offer. Now, kids, this how I lost my offer. Well, they took their offer back, and I think they would have offered it back, but I already had committed to Utah State. So I was a qualifier my senior year in high school, and then I think I got like a D in the class, and it dropped my GPA. So I went from being a qualifier to a non-qualifier, and that's when I was having a hard time re-qualifying with the ACT, the SAT, and things like that. So Florida State kind of like they was cool on me, but they was still there. So I never got my SAT scores back to where I needed to be. So I had to go. I went to prep school for 1 year. That didn't work. So I went junior college. So while I'm in junior college, freshman year, bro, I almost flunked out, bro. It's not funny, but I'm glad I can sit here and tell the story. I almost flunked out, bro. Like I had 3 Fs, bro. And y'all, like, I had to really bust my ass to get back eligible, bro. And while I was ineligible, bro, all them offers that I had, wiped away, gone. You can forget about it. Coaches left. Only school that stayed was Utah State. Utah State offered me while I was ineligible. Like, I was still working on, because I had to get a 2.5. I think at the time I had like a 2.3 or 2.4. But they literally offered me a scholarship while I was still ineligible. And this is the crazy thing about that. I didn't become eligible until my last final grade was posted. And it was an oceanography class. And I remember I had to get a 65 to pass. And I got a 65 on my final exam. And I found this out as I already moved out my apartment, like going back home. I'm driving with my dad. He pulled over to a gas station. Something like, bro, check your grade. I was already like nervous, bro, cause like I was nervous. I'm like, man, cause I remember my coach telling me if I didn't pass that class, that offer was gone. I wasn't going to D1. I was probably going to go D2 or D3. Man, when I tell you my heart dropped, but I was so happy I passed that class, bro. And the rest was history, man. That's how I got to Utah State. But yeah, man, if I'd have got my grades, I would have never failed that class. I honestly and strongly believe I would have been at I would have been at Florida State. I was in love with Coach Jones, Coach Hamilton, Tony Douglas. Dog, I was a big fan of him. He was a killer, man. He played defense, played for the Knicks, played in the NBA. I was a big fan of Florida State, man. Florida State played the way my dad played and coached us. Played defense. You had to get it in. It wasn't no cutting no corners, none of that. You had to get it in. You know what I'm saying? And my sister found that letter, and it just brought back memories, man. That grind was real. Y'all need to get back on that grind too, man. And embrace that grind and enjoy it. Because that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't like live in the moment. I was always like, what's next? What's next? I was always anxious, nervous, but I never like fully embraced it until it was over. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, I want to share my story with y'all because a lot of people just think like my story is just okay. Like, bro, I really did some shit with this. I went to all the Nike camps, the top 100 camps, all that, bro. I just don't talk about it because I feel like it's whatever, but it's big accomplishments that a lot of people don't achieve. The only thing I did with this basketball thing that I didn't do was go pro. And we're working on that. But yeah, man, that's how I got to Utah State over Florida State, man. Grades. So kids, take care of your grades, man. You know what I'm saying? Use me as an example. Take care of your grades. Stop trying to just get by because you're good at something. If you're going to do it all the way 100, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I had, that was good. Made me feel good, man. Just seeing all those letters again, man. Shout out to Florida State, Coach Hamilton, Coach Jones. Shout out to Coach CY, man. Coach CY doing the damn thing at Mizzou, man. Getting those big time players come out there. But listen, it's your boy DP2. Thank you for tuning in today. Y'all stay blessed, man.